Hello. Happy Sunday, y'all. Hi, Chu. All right. I'm doing my first pop-up live by myself, so we'll see how this goes. All right. Well, today I thought that I would test out the new Art Dot in the Sun kit that I received. A lot of you wanted to know how the stick was, how the drills are, so I thought we'd test it out. Hi, Nancy. I'm doing my first pop-up live. I was going to do it earlier, but my computer decided to do some updates. Well, it asked me, of course, because it's polite. And I said, sure. I thought it was going to go quicker. It didn't. Oh, hi, y'all. Hi, Regina. Hi, Jennifer. Jennifer, do you prefer Jen or Jennifer? So, just to refresh y'all, this is the kit. It's the In the Sun one from Art Dot. So cute. And I wanted to try and see how it is. Nancy, I'm wearing our girl, Mona Loaf of Cheese. Doesn't matter. Okay. All right. Let me bring you down here. Well, I don't want to bring you down, but I just want you to see. The goal is not to bring you down. Don't bring me down. Let's see. So I thought we would try this area over here. It's got quite a bit of ABs. Get you in here. All right. I'm going to get there. Sorry if I'm making you feel sick. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's see. All right. So I've already put some of the ABs in one of the tiny trays that they provide in the kit, which I think is just awesome. And the best thing about it for me, since this is my favorite tray of all time that lights up from Firefly, and I'm not a paid person for them, but I love these trays because my Forever Young trays fit in there, and so do these small ones. Now, so we get 2 small ones with the kit and then a big one. That's not going to work. So they do have a nice set of these, but it doesn't just come with these sizes. So I'm going to ask them if they can just make a kit with the tiny ones. That's what I would like. Oh, what'd you order? What'd you order, Nancy? Hello, Clint. Oh, you ordered the oh, what color did you get? I'm telling you, my life has changed. And what's awesome about these is, look, not only does, I think you get like a 12-hour charge on these, but you can use it while it's plugged in too, if you need to, for those emergency drill placements. So it is awesome. And it does change color. So as you can see, mine needs charging because it has a red light. Has a red light when it needs charging, and it turns blue when it's complete. So, and it does have a lid. It's somewhere over here. But yeah, I love them because if I keep it in my forever trays, or maybe these in the future, just you can kit up in these and then put it in there. But I do love that it has a really nice spout too. So yeah, I mean, it's a little hefty and a little chunky, but I love it. It's really helped my eyes. So, oh, you don't remember? Okay, that's fine. All right, let me see. We'll bring you over here. All right, so I have got, let me put my eyeballs on, the 38, which is this half moon. We're going to try these little sparkly ABs here. Oh, and I wanted to show y'all so a lot of kits that are not Diamond Art Club do not come, with the perforated plastic. And 2 ways that you can do that aside from scissors. This is a seam ripper. Okay, it's just a seam ripper that you use for sewing. And now this is a kind of a fancy one. This is from Ottlight. And it has a little light on it and a magnifier. Okay, but you don't have to have the fancy one. You can just have the simple one you can pick up anywhere. And you can take your plastic, let's see, and put it in there. And I kind of have to wrangle it a little bit to get it going, and just slide it along. Okay, and that cuts your plastic just fine. You can do that with your seam ripper. You can also use, this is a nail tool. So this is a cuticle cutter. You see that? It's got a cutter on one end and a cuticle pusher on the other end. And I actually kind of like this better. Again, fit it right in there. And so I really like these. I picked this up on Amazon, as I do most everything, as y'all know. So that's 2 tools in case you haven't used them. And something else new in case you aren't aware of, Art Dot. I guess I need to switch y'all. Can y'all read? For me, this is backwards. Can you tell me if this is readable for you, or is it also backwards? Because I want y'all to be able to see things. It doesn't matter if I see it correctly. But Art Dot has these new trays. And as you can see, okay, thank you. Thank you, Jen. So, they've got these really strong magnets, which Nancy will love. Thank you, Clint. So this is one side of it, and that's on the back side, and it comes like that. And as you can see, it says keep calm and diamond paint. And then it's got this little area here. So what's great about this is if you use any of the tilted tables or anything like that, I use that. I have a puzzle table that is tilted, and these set on the tilt on your canvas. So let's say if you want to use them for a cover minder, you can. I mean, you talk about strong and heavy, they are. But what they build them as is to hold, see how their little, tilt you down. See how their little tray fits in that area? You can do that, or you can take your phone, and even my big chunky phone that has a case on it will fit in there. So when you're on a tilted table, it holds it just fine. I mean, and my phone's pretty heavy. So they have these, and 2 of them come in a kit. So you can use them just as cover minders or to help hold your trays or your phone while you're diamond painting. They're pretty cool. So I picked those up. I love it with my puzzle table. It works great. Let me pull you back out here. Well, I guess I don't need to. Where are they going to work? Sticky, sticky. All right. Let's go in a little bit more. All right. So let's see what we got here. How are y'all doing this beautiful Sunday? It's warm here. Again, I thought we were going to have a little bit of a reprieve for the weekend, but we're, oops. Oh, and these trays, y'all. So these are alignment areas. And I've never had a tray with those, so those are pretty cool. So they make it so if you're going to pick up, you need 2, it puts them together. I mean, there's 3, or your main area. Of course, I should be doing it the other way, because that's where your drills are supposed to hang out. There we go. And when I do it the other way, it actually works a little better, doesn't it? But yeah, that's pretty neat. Okay, so let me do not forget what we're doing. We're doing the half moon here. And I'll just put this here, even though I like my light. I think it's a little bit easier to see. All right, let's put down some drills on this and see how it works. It's got some really nice stick. It's not slidey at all. Let me do a single. No, it does not have the snotty glue. Yes, ma'am. Tell you what, having a BSF, something else. Taskmaster. No, it does not have the snotty glue. It's really nice. So that is a plus. These ABs are so pretty. So I'm happy to report that. Nancy, you'll have to tell Patty when she gets back from painting the town that Art Dot does not have snotty, slidey glue. I hate that. I hate it when you get a canvas and it's like that. But that is nice. Very sparkly. Okay, I'm going to try another color over here. All right, those ABs are nice, y'all. And the grid, looking good. Let's see how they... No, not a gappy grid either, so far. I've never, this is my first Art Dot canvas. Have y'all worked on them before? I know this is their first large set. They usually have smaller canvas kits. I'm still waiting on my second one. It's been delayed in the mail. So yeah, happy to report that, y'all. Let me try this alignment area over here. Should make it quicker, right? Should. All right, I'm really happy with that. Let me try just a regular old drill. What are y'all up to today? Oh, I got things to do, but tell you what, I did get out of my pajamas, so we've achieved something today. Y'all, we are starting week 33 of the year tomorrow. We've got 19 weeks of the year left after this one. It's crazy. Oh, another tip. If y'all are just working from bags and you don't have time, like I do not right now, to kit up, I have I got this off of Temu like last year. This is a little bag sealer. You can pick these up anywhere. They use them for chips and stuff. And you just take it across real slow. I'll give it enough time to get going. This one's battery operated. And it just reseals those bags. Don't know if you know about that. All right, so this is one thing. So like this is a 10, and 10 is 3 on here. I hate that. I wish we could just, 3 is 3, but we're not doing that. So, all right. So there's my pretty little regular drills. They are very shiny drills. I will say that. Very nicely faceted. Now, I don't know how many facets they are. There's people that can tell you all that. I'm not that person. You've had slidey glues on the last 2 canvases from DAC. I have to agree that probably some of the snottiest that I've had have been from Diamond Art Club. Not sure why. I've seen a number of people saying that, so it's not just us. And it's not just us people who live in humid areas. All right, I am not mad at this. Let's see here. That's pretty good. I'm forgetting to use my little aligning. Well, see, the problem is when I use the aligning areas, I pick up more than necessary. Maybe I won't like that. I don't know. Okay. Nice. All right. I want to do enough of a section so we can see how gappy it looks. So far, I'm not mad at that at all. That looks good. Oh, Regina, all years are sliding around? Ugh, it's a miserable time diamond painting with snotty glue. I don't know what the official term is, but that's what I call it. It just feels like snot. It's a no bueno for me. Okay. I'll turn up my light board and see what we're looking like. I gotta say, I think this is pretty good. Hold them steady. They're not floating. That's another thing that sometimes drill placement, you can put them down and they might just, even without a snotty canvas, they'll kind of float. And these are staying nice and put. Okay. Not mad at that. Let's see. Let me turn up my board here. Okay, we got a little bit gapping, but yeah, it's got a little bit, but it's not treacherous. And don't forget that, you know, when you have a little bit and your canvas cures as it stays, I'd say unwrapped, but with the plastic off of it, it does shrink a little bit. The glue will come in, so don't forget that. You do need a little bit of movement. I'm not mad at that. But let's put some more down. Hi, Pamela. How are you? Every canvas, Regina. That's terrible. I should roll them with the roller when I'm not. That's potatoes. It's not where you live. I'm going to call bull on that one. Oh, I didn't cut plastic there. I'm like, why did I not go there? Yeah, I'm going to be real curious to see, once I get a bigger section complete, how it will all look. I know their small kits look great. I've seen lots of people do those, and they've looked really nice. So hopefully these will turn out. That putty, oh Lord, I'm telling you. Ooh, it's miserable. I've changed out the putty to wax. I like their red wax, and I do use, I'll tell you what, the Art Dot putty. I really like it. It's a messy one, but I do like it. Yeah, the putty from Diamond Art Club, you know, I'm glad they quit putting it in the pens and stuff. I like their pens. This one's just one of the regulars with a 7-placer on it. I do have bought metal tips. I do like those. But I do prefer the metal. The ones that came with it initially that had the little plastic, those I could just wear down. Those were, and they were too big as well. It was just where you had to put the drills, it was too big. So then they started putting in these, which was great. But yeah, that putty, once it gets on your canvas, oh, it's miserable to get off too, to get off the drills. Yeah, there's people who love it. I'm going to leave it all for them. They can have it. All right, let me use some of this fancy alignment area. It's interesting because they don't really have boxes to work in. Like a lot of the kits canvases will have, you can see the entire square kind of outlined. You can't see that on here. So I wonder if that's going to make a difference in placement. Wonder how much wiggle room that's going to add here. You've just got the color box really as your border. Yeah, the seven placer is my sweet spot, I tell you. And I never thought I would be saying that. When I initially started diamond painting, I was just a single placer, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to be forever doing these kits. My wants are too big. But I kept practicing with a 4. The 4 that came with Diamond Art Club. And I got better and better. Got more comfortable, more confident. And it is just practice. I don't know. I'd love to place more, but I don't know if that's realistic. There is a point where if I have too many, I think I will veer off. Especially if I'm at all a little bit tired, it's going to start veering. Okay. Oops. All right, let's see what we got here. Now, the one thing I don't like about these is there's no spout. So if I had to use these because I'm super klutz, I just cannot do that and pour that back into anything. I'll just pour it into here and pour it because I wish that I was not as klutzy as I am when it came to things like that. But when that skill was given out, I was absent. So I'm going to say that. Let's do some ones here. 1 is a 14, 8, 6, 9. I gotta dig in my bag. Apologies if it's loud. 14. And that's weird too. So 14 is showing like the 1 is green, but these are clearly brown. And it's also green on here. So that's not going to help you at all. So I'm having to verify everything with this. So it says art dot 869, and there's 869, 14. 14 is 1. So that's a little different. It's just so strange. And on the, let me see their sticker sheet. And yet on here, 869 is brown. Oh, that is weird. So if y'all can see what I'm talking about. So here, this is the drills. They're brown. Okay. And on the sticker sheet for 1, it's brown. And it says 869. And the bag says 869 and 14. We got to 14 with the symbol of 1, number 869. It's green. And on the canvas, it's green. So that's not my favorite. We're going to use this one. Do I prefer Nancy? Oh, I didn't see it. I'm just talking. Do I prefer round or to square? I don't have a preference. I did in the beginning because the first kits I bought were round, and it just happened because that's the artwork that I liked. In the beginning, I really thought, oh my gosh, I don't know how I could ever do a square. But now I don't have a preference. It's just all about the artwork for me. If the artwork is something I love, I do not care what it comes in. I'll do it. Round definitely are quicker for me, for sure. But I don't mind squares. How about you? Oh, it doesn't matter for you either? I can't use a non-spout tray. Yeah, I'm telling you. Hi, Joan. Good to see you. How are you today? What am I doing? I'm doing 14-1. Now I hear Nancy in my head. Stay on track. Oh, do y'all, anybody here watch King of the Hill? Did you used to watch King of the Hill when it was on? I'm a huge King of the Hill fan, and it's back, y'all. I don't know if you knew, but Bobby is now grown, and Peggy and Hank have just returned back to Arlen from living in Saudi Arabia. That kind of threw me. But yeah, it's back. The first couple of episodes were a little rocky. They're getting their feet. It's really strange to see Bobby grown. But I don't know, I guess I'm somewhere around the 5th or 6th episode now, and the whole season's up on Hulu if you're interested. Don't like King of the Hill. Nancy, I don't even know how we're friends. Everything I say, she's like, I don't like it. Do you like Superman? No. Do you like King of the Hill? No. Pamela, yes, started with round and stressed when I started square, though got comfortable on that first canvas. Yeah. I think that is. I mean, a lot of people they'll ask me, well, how did you how'd you do the switch over? And it's like you have to really focus on placing, I believe, square in the center of the square, and then you don't have any problems. Oh, I'm glad you're doing well, Joan. Doing good, can't complain. I'm above ground, I'm out of the hospital, and I'm not in jail. I'm good. All is well. You know, some days if that's the measure of what you need, always remember that. You know, you're above ground, you're not in the hospital, and you're not in jail. Can't complain. You just got 2 PR square drills. Oh, don't be nervous. You got it. Yeah, just make sure you put the squares right in the center. The problems that I see people have the most with squares is they just want to do like they do with round. You know, a round has a lot of room, and squares don't. If you have the same mentality of I'm just gonna chuck them down, and you're quickly going to find that you're going to start to wave. You'll have a wave in your drills, and you might find that you're not fitting all your drills in place. And it's literally because you're doing the round mentality. Yep, checker style. That works too. That's what a lot of people do if they have huge areas of one color, the color blocking, because if you start to get off in color blocking, that wave is going to come in. And, you know, it's hard on some canvases more than others trying to shift your drills back. One of the things that I was taught is just if you need to shift a drill, move it where you need it and hold it for 5 seconds. Because if you just take a drill and kind of zhuzh it, see how it just wants to pop back? It won't. You have to literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it works so much better. It will. It just needs that time. Same thing with stamping. If you stamp, count to 5. You need time for the paper to absorb the ink. It's a great rule of thumb for many things. Count to 5. When you're mad, count to 5. Take a breath. We're done with that color. Oh, cool. Well, we'll look for that, Joan. That's right, Pamela. Hold it down. They'll run from you. Trying to run away. All right, I'm going to look at this. Let me see here. See if I can not be messy. You personally do that? Nancy said do. You come for the diamond painting and you walk away with potty humor. Oh, come on. There we go. That one's going to want to make a mess. Okay, let's see here. Let's see how we're doing. Well, it does have a little bit of gapping, like I said. It really does. But I'm going to fill these in and see how that moves against each other. Still isn't as bad as my Superman. Oh, that gapping. It's painful. All right, let's try these M6, which is 632. There we go. Pamela says, don't do that, Nancy. Joan's a rebel. I start everywhere. I've never started straight from the center. But I've seen people say that. That's their recommendation. Start straight from the center. I guess that's all right if you do some release paper. Don't forget that. All right, 6, 2, 6. You always do the middle first, Jen? Wow. For the longest time, I only started either in one of the corners. Didn't matter which end, but I've started branching out to start wherever, but I haven't started directly in the middle yet. You got that right, Pamela. That's static. Ooh. I really find hot breath is like the best thing that I can do. I just blow in the bag and go from there. I have to say I haven't tried the dryer sheets just because I didn't want to be messing with those. But you know, they say put them in the freezer. Tried that. That did nothing. It was actually worse for me. I understand the concept of it, but I don't know. It did not function. So far, hot breath is the best thing. But man, some of them they love staying in that bag. Yeah, that's part of it, Jen, is I don't want the chemicals on my fingers and I don't want to breathe it. Yeah, but I know, Pamela, it does work. You use them with all the drills, says Joan. Me too, Jen. I have short arms too. You know, it's amazing to me that there are just so many ways that we all find to do this. And I love it. I love knowing that, you know, if that there's somebody out there that's thought of a different method to do something, you can bet it. And I love that. It is one of the things I love about this hobby. You know, when you first start it, you think it's just open a bag, start placing, do this, but there's so many little nuances and tips and tricks you can learn, and that's just wonderful. Kind of brings in everybody's personality. Yes, I do store them. I need to bring one down and show y'all how I love it. It keeps everything nice and neat and clean, as well as protected. You know, if you've got any pets, it keeps it, you can put them up and away. And it keeps them not creased as well, without taking up space like on your table. Whatever work area you've got, maybe you don't want 12 canvases on there. Yes, I do recommend cleaning your trays. That is something, Pamela, you're 100% right. Clean those trays. They need it after a while too, especially, I mean, I now do it before and after I'm done with the canvas, because I just think, you know, they've been handled a lot. And it's just good to, I don't know, it's kind of like a little ritual. Let me take some time. Let's see. I want to show y'all this. Let me. Clean them with the dryer sheet too. Yeah. Heavy? What are you talking about, heavy? Girl. What kind of clips you got? Let me fold that back. Let's look at this. All right. That's not hateful. I will say it's gappier than I would like, but we're going to check on it in a few days. I'm going to keep working on the square here. Let me show y'all. Y'all, when I tell y'all these magnets, I think you could literally paint it. Let me put it all. Well, no. Okay, let me show you. Where am I? Where am I? There I am. So it's got lots of sparkle. Very pretty. And I think you can see there how that's coming together. This is Art Dot, Joan. This is their new, they've just put out 4 new large canvases that are square. They have small ones that are round. And I'll pull out so you can see here. Hello, hello. Hold on, I got a clip. So here she is. It's called In the Sun. There's a little bird down there in a bird bath. She's got a little fairy sitting beside her. She's got a water pitcher. Got her feet in the grass. Surrounded by pretty flowers. It's so serene. I just loved how serene this image was. She was just taking a moment. I love the artwork. Their canvases are hand rendered. These are hand rendered. And the artist is a German illustrator. And it is Simone Grünwald. You've only done the art dot round. Yeah, I've not done their rounds. These are the first ones. Did you catch it, Joan? Do you need it again? And she's got a little fairy sitting here beside her. So cute. Oh, I got the cozy reading too, but it's delayed. Yep. Oh, it wants to move on me, my camera. It does a tracking. But yeah, that is it. I thought she was just so gorgeous. Yes, I can't wait to get the cozy reading one. But it's stuck somewhere. But yeah, what do y'all think of that? It's got, I mean, it does have some gapping. Come to me. Oh, cool. Awesome, Joan. But yeah, it's got cool. So those are some ABs that I put down. And then the regular drills. So I'm curious to see how this is going to quote unquote cure. But I don't think it's bad. It is gapping. But that might close up more. It's not as tight, Jennifer, it's not as tight as our beautiful Hannah Lynn. I will say that. It is not that. Right now, I would say this is more like it's not as bad as an older Diamond Art Club. I would say people who are very, very into tight drills are not going to like this. If you want really super tight placement, this is not the canvas for you, because it does have some gapping that a lot of people would really not like. But again, we'll see how it cures and sets up. I mean, I have had that happen to me where it's changed. Oh, you have a big surprise too? Yes, Pamela, I did get glasses that are special. They are Meta glasses. They film and take pictures. They are very cool. I am a complete tech geek, and um, they are a real treat. But I haven't done everything with them that is capable. Since they are Meta, you can only go live through Meta streaming. So that's Facebook, which Facebook has taken away the ability to stream onto pages. So, not pages, groups. You can stream onto pages, but not groups. And you can, of course, stream onto your personal Facebook. So I haven't tried that yet. Um, I think that's going to be incredible. There is a 3-minute timed recording that you can do. So, like when I'm wearing them, you can either hit the side and they'll start recording, or you can tell it to, you can say, Meta, start recording, and it will record for 3-minute time slots. And then you can set that up to either, like I said, go live, or it will go onto your phone. So I have it to automatically, when it's doing anything, taking a picture or recording, it gets saved on my phone. The clarity is really nice. The sound is really nice. They also, you can take phone calls. You can listen to music. Yeah, they're really sweet. So more will be coming with them. Jen, you were asking if that's Diamond Art Club. No, this is Art Dot. I wanted to try those, but I'm so spoiled by the Hannah ones. I'm telling you, like, I like Hannah Lynn. I'm new to her, but she's got me ruined now, because I think I'm going to own more Hannah Lynn's than I ever thought I was going to own, because I just love her, the drill quality, the canvas. It's amazing. People would have way less trouble with square drills if all canvases were made that way. And I know that there are die-hard Diamond Art Club people, and I like Diamond Art Club. I spend a lot at Diamond Art Club, but they don't have that canvas. That when people say that Diamond Art Club canvas is superior, in some ways they are, but I have to say that Hannah Lynn canvas, butter. You know, Jennifer, it is. That's exactly what people need, I think, to be successful with square diamond painting. I think that they would find it easier. Don't you? Spy glasses. But I'll tell you, you're going to see that more and more. They had at the store hearing aids built into glasses now. Incredible. They're $1,000 for those glasses. But the things that are coming in the future, more and more glasses are going AI. These were not outrageous. I mean, the last pair of glasses I bought probably 5 years ago were Ralph Lauren, and they were $350. And these Ray-Bans were $350. I mean, I got them on sale. They had a really good sale. They do put them on good sale around Prime Days and Black Fridays, so keep on that if you are interested. But that's comparable to any frame out there. I mean, beyond the discount stores. But more and more glasses are going to have them in it. Hi, Laura. Okay. Oh, let me shift. Pamela. I understand. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that it has that long of a recording time, but it is really good. I wasn't, I was picking between Meta glasses and Amazon has their own branded glasses. And the difference, and Amazon was cheaper, but the difference for me was the reviews. People were saying that between the two, the Ray-Bans had a higher audio quality. And I really wanted that because I like to listen to music while I'm doing other things. And I also like to have my ears open because I'm a female. I'm always amazed. I don't go jogging anymore. I used to be a runner, but the knees no longer allow that. But, when I see women and they're out doing things, I do hike and I like to go on walks. And for a safety feature, I don't want my ears covered. I don't want anything in my ears. So the glasses are perfect for that. And to be able to take phone calls as well, it was great. So I was really, really happy with the recording feature and the ability to take pictures. So it is nice. I just need to do more with it and play with it and hopefully go live with it soon. Yeah, Joan, I highly recommend her. If you go to her website, Hannah Lynn Diamond Paintings. Painting. Let me. I don't want to send you the wrong way. She's put up a lot more since I ordered. Well, if I could put all the correct words. Paintings, plural. Hannah Lynn Diamond Paintings.com. She's got some great ones. I love Down the Rabbit Hole. That's an Alice in Wonderland. I love Cafe Paris. I have Cozy Morning Coffee. That's the one that I ordered directly from her. And it's nice. I do recommend. I got the Mermaid in round. Are you liking it, Jen? Are the rounds as good a quality as her square? Joan, I'm telling you, prescription glasses are outrageous. You can get fancy glasses. I mean, I only use glasses for driving. I need readers. So, and what I did do, y'all, I don't like bifocals. I find that it's too much. I didn't like the added expense. I've had them before. I don't like doing this all the time with my neck. And I had the no line, and I love it if it works out for you. For me, I find them, I don't like them. But that's what I need mostly is a reader. So I bought the Ray-Bans without any bifocal or anything because I use them when I'm driving or when I'm just out. But I want to be able to use them to actually see, right? Because like when I'm out, I read as a vegan, I read all ingredient lists. Okay. So I'm constantly needing something. What they have available now they have these they're pieces of plastic that you can put in your glasses. You can trim them down. They come a nice moon shape, but you can trim them. And they're just a film, kind of like when you put something on your car, like the sticker you get on your car, they'll put when you need an oil change, you can just peel it off. Well, they come that kind of plastic. And you just wet down your glasses and put that in there. And then you have a reader inside whatever glasses you do not have a bifocal or reader in. So I did that. I love it so much. They're $19 for those little stickers. It's incredible. So if you have glasses that you didn't get a bifocal in that you love and you want that added bit, sometimes I love the world we're living in. Not always, but sometimes. Oh yeah, I'll drop a link. Oh, you're right, Regina. Thank you. What do you think I gotta do for here? Yep, 2.5, Pamela. Twins. Oh my gosh. I tell you what, eye surgery scares me to death. And were you awake and they pull back your eye to Girl, they'd have to knock me out to put my eye to hold it open to do anything to it. The kitty is so cute, Jennifer. Laura, I tell you, you got them both. You're so brave, Joan. Oh my gosh, that scares me to death. Oh, just the thought of it. Bless you. I'm so grateful it worked out for you, though. That's awesome. It does scare me. There you go. There's your jacket. Oh, how many have you bought, Jen? They're so beautiful. They really are. Like I said, I'm ruined by her. I love her whole Alice in Wonderland. Oh, let me get that link for you. Kits. The thing about the Ray-Ban glasses, if you can buy them on Amazon, but only for non-prescription. I mean, you can, but you're going to have to send them somewhere else. So if you want a prescription, I recommend going through Meta, and I'll get you that link. They took care of all of it, and I have to say, dreamy, no problems whatsoever. But if you get them through Amazon, you're going to have to send them off somewhere else to get your lens put in if you need a prescription lens. And they now have, since I've bought mine, not only do they have Ray-Ban, but they have Oakley. So I'm going to give you the main link that shows you won't need prescription. Yeah, then you could get them off of Amazon. So those are the Ray-Bans. And now they have Oakley glasses. Because that always happens. If I buy something, as soon as I buy it, they're like, oh, by the way, we've got something else. Oh, so they're just showing they're coming. They're not actually purchasable, it looks like, yet. The Oakleys. But here's the Oakley. But yeah, and the other deciding factor between the Meta Ray-Bans and the Amazon glasses was the charging port. The Amazon ones, people are not happy with. Basically, you get like this display. It looks nice that you have to set the glasses on when they charge, but apparently it's really difficult to properly seat them to charge. So people are not happy with that. Whereas the Ray-Bans, it comes in a case. It charges in the case, and the case has a charge to it. So you just put them in the case, and it does on the bridge of the nose. That is where the charging ports are. And when you put that down, when you put that down on there and close it up, it has a light, and it'll tell you green is good to go, yellow needs charging, and you just plug it into the back of the eyeglass case. So it's easy, it's great. So between the audio and the charging, Ray-Bans were the easier choice for me. And I have to say, the quality, listening to music, and you can ask it questions. Y'all, when you're looking at something and say you don't know what something is, or even a car. Let's say you're looking at a car and you don't know what brand car that is. You can ask it, what am I looking at? And it will tell you that's a 1997 Toyota, whatever. It's pretty incredible. You know, I was a huge fan growing up of the Jetsons, and while I do not have a robot yet. I feel like that was a lie. Um, things like this uh, thrill me. They just tickle me to death because I love stuff like that. The Jetsons spoiled me. So I, I'm very excited about the future of products like that. Let me see. So yeah, right now the Ray-Ban Meta Glasses Wayfarer $329 on Amazon, and that's just that's a matte black polarized gradient. And that's the other thing, I got transition glasses, and really happy with those. I do love my glasses, Pamela. You want to start your Disco Diana? Oh, that one's cute too. That, I mean, everything about the Jetsons, you know, when they told us we were going to have robots, we were going to have food that popped out of the the wall. I believed it. I was there for it. I was like, the future is amazing. I'm still waiting on most of that, but little things like this, yeah. You know, I have ALEXA all over my house. They are not the same. Half the time you ask them a question, and I'm so tired of hearing, I can't help you with that. Are you serious? But I do love them for communication. So, you know, I'm a caregiver, and the person that I'm a caregiver for has a traumatic brain injury, has epilepsy, and has early onset dementia. So sometimes they fall, and the boxes can be used as communication devices throughout the home. So if there's ever an issue, you just say the name and say announce, and then it will announce all over the house. And I love that. So I do love that part of it, but I don't love that they don't know all the answers. Okay, well, it's okay. You do know when I love stuff. I'm not shy to say it. But yeah, you know, we've got the room. People always say to me all the time, well, we've got the Roomba. You know, I don't have a Roomba. Because I literally am waiting for a robot to come into my house that stands and is like, just knows, oh, I need to sweep now. Oh, I need to vacuum. We're not there yet. But it is going to be a little freaky when they do come, right? I mean, the ones that I've seen that are like in Japan, and they're very human-like. I think they're going to serve a good purpose in that. I think that they really can help people, especially the elderly, not feel so alone. But it is going to be a little disconcerting. They're going to be very human-like, which we want, but it's also a little scary. Oh, Pamela, it's a hard job. I'll tell you that. Underrated. Caring for someone else is not an easy task. So yeah, Joan, you'll have to let us know if you get those glasses. But yeah, I thought the ones with the hearing aids were just incredible. Like, wow. Because a lot of people, they don't want a hearing aid. Um, but it's right there in the glasses, so you won't even know it. Laura, yes. It needs to climb the walls and dust. I'm with you. Get on that. Get on that for us. Your talents are wasted on diamond painting. You need to be inventing these things. Get on it. Yeah. I mean, they had them at our Target here has an optical store. They had them in there. Let me see if I can. They're pretty incredible. Yeah, Nuance audio glasses. I don't know why that popped up twice. This one should work. That's not what I wanted either. There we go, yeah. Dust, wash, do dishes, laundry. Oh, if it can just do the laundry switch. Oh, isn't that tinnitus? You trying to get me to go back into Hobby Lobby, Laura? Tempt me with strawberry shortcake and Care Bears. They're closed today, so I'm safe. I'm telling you, Regina, dusting. Mm-hmm. Is it painful, Pamela? Mm. Is that I wonder, do you know if it's caused by, is there an underlying cause to it? Like, is there from ear infections or damage to the eardrum? No pain, but just there. Oh, well, I'm glad you don't have pain, but it's still tedious, right? Still irritating. Can't escape it. I knew someone who had that. I knew a man who had that, and it was really starting to affect his mental health because he just could not get rid of it. And he didn't, his doctors weren't telling him that there was any treatment or method for it. Is there anything you can do? I'm so sorry. Mm, I tell you what, getting old, it's not for wimps. All the fun things that just start arriving like unwanted presents. Oh, you have it from your TBI. Oh gosh, Joe. Because you just don't have enough. See, look at, so your hearing is still sharp, but you're having the tinnitus. Wow. 65. That's awesome. Mm, I bet. Gosh. And if you're sensitive to noises at all, which I have to say I am, wow. Mm, my heart goes out to y'all. I'm so sorry. Another one of those things they just say you got to deal with, huh? Tomorrow's your birthday, Joan? Oh, happy early birthday. 62. That is awesome. That's great. Hey, I think that's wonderful. Well, you never know it, Joan. You are young at heart. And I truly believe in every fiber of my being that doing hobbies and um, constantly being a learner keeps you young. It keeps you looking young. It keeps you feeling young. You'll be fine. It's you, the people that I see who are younger and you swear they were 20 years older. They don't have any hobbies. They don't have anything that they're learning or keeping active with. It truly does keep you young. 69, Regina? Well, you don't look it either, girl. See? Hobbies are doing everybody good. Oh, 63. Even better. I used to giggle at my older relatives when I was younger, and they would say growing old is a privilege. But I really understand that now. I really do. It truly is. Your 92-year-old father's teaching you about the stock market? Wow. Well, he can come on and teach us all a thing or two. I know Zip. I tell you, he's seen some stuff at 92. He needs to be interviewed on your channel. Drinking my tea, y'all. I'm a half and half girl. Half sweet, half unsweet. I don't like it too sweet, but it's got to have a little sweet. Yeah, we've got the 65, 62, and 69ers in here. I tell you what, you it does go by fast though. Oh, he doesn't know? I tell you what, he's the things he's seen in his lifetime. Wow, it's got to be a lot when you get older and all the technological changes. That's why I hope I'm never afraid of them as much as I love them. Young one. I tell you what, turning 50 is sobering. It is. I eh, it doesn't feel like it should be where I'm at. I don't feel like I should be turning 50. Um, this year I was just like, wow, how is that possible? But time has just gone so quickly. Oh, he would say it's a waste of time. Until he found maybe he'd find some, a niche that he could relate to. A lot of times we think things are silly or dumb until we find that relatable aspect. Oh, you went to Mexico for 2 weeks for your 50th? That's awesome. Well, Pamela, yes. Half and half. In some places, you have to say, because I know they run super sweet, so I'll say, could you just put a splash of sweet in there? I'm not looking to get a cavity from your tea. Well, what you gonna do this year for your birthday, Joan? You got any plans, or are you just gonna uh, get online and spend it with us? Oh my gosh, you did parasailing? Girl, you are adventurous. You're inside just diamond painting like like you're me. I am not adventurous. I really am not. You went parasailing. Wow. That'd be fun to do with the GoPro on. Longest zip line in Mexico. That's what I wanted to do for my 40th birthday. I wanted to go ziplining, but I didn't. And now I don't think I'd do it. I was a little braver 10 years ago than I am now. Now I'm so afraid of injury. Hi, Star. Took you to climb Stone Mountain for your 50th. Did you achieve it? You went to Cuba. Wow, you do big things for your birthdays. That's a good lesson. That's great. I'm glad that you do that. That's admirable. Oh, thank you for coming by, Jen. Big hugs to you. Do it. Yes, we'd love to see your pictures. Adventurous Joan over there junk journaling. Girl, you all adventurous. Keeping it a secret. He denies it was straight. If it was for you, that's all that matters. I think that's great, Joan. 63. So, what does everybody think about birthdays in general? Do you think that you only celebrate the milestone birthdays or every birthday? That's why I'm not adventurous. You know, I, I worry about things now about falling, breaking things. Takes so much longer to heal. And mm, yeah, I have to say, I've never been a risky person. I'm just not. It's not in my nature. Um, and part of that was how I was raised. Um, in my household, we were very poor, and so when you're raised with a poverty mindset, there is no money for medical care, and so I mean, if it was reinforced in me to not do things that were risky, because if I was injured, there was no money to take care of those injuries. So that changes your mindset. And it did create a person in me that is reluctant to do certain things because I don't want to be injured. Um, and I am not one of these people who sometimes I watch. I, sadly, I will admit, um, I do find people falling down to be funny. I'm going to help you, but I am going to laugh first. I'm sorry. Um, but there's tons of videos on YouTube of filming those kind of things, and I've never been that person who's like, well, let me go try this silly thing, and if I break an arm, that's okay. I've never just been that way. So I it's funny because people would say about me that I do try lots of things, and I do, but um, within a safety bubble. It does. It takes a long time to heal the older we get. You've got some scars, but worth the stories. I bet. I think you have a whole nother dimension yet experienced on your channel. Adventures with Joan. Yep. That's what I've got in my knee. Bone on bone now. I go in a week to go get my shots in my knees. Yay. But I'm grateful for them. But that's awesome. And I'm sure that that translates over to your adventurous spirit translates over to your hobbies and crafting. You're willing to try. I'm willing to try a lot of stuff in crafts, but I'm not going to jump out of a plane. Right, Pamela? Oh gosh, I know. Anytime that, you know, falling, that's one of the majors we have to avoid, right? When we get older. They always tell us when you get older, you want to avoid falling so you don't break a hip, and you want to avoid getting sick with like pneumonia. Um, those are real fears. 2 knees, 2 shoulders, all new? Back surgeries? Regina, you're bionic at this point. Again, you're missing opportunities on your channel. Falling hurts and getting up is hard. Amen. In more ways than one. I tell you what, but y'all are a testament to, you know, the power and grace of aging. Look at, I mean, y'all have experienced a lot, and the beauty of growing old is being able to say, we've come through, right? I mean, that's a large part of it. And you have, and beautifully. Me too, Star. We're gonna have water for you, and we'll be there cheering. We're not gonna be the one participating. Regina, do you have full have your surgeries, did you feel they were successful? Do you feel that not only did they eliminate the pain that you were experiencing, but do you have full range back? Your mom is 91 and gets around better than you? Made of tough stuff, y'all are. Oh, good. That's wonderful. It's not always the case. Those surgeries can, while they can bring back function, a lot of times people, it's not the same as having your original parts. A lot of people do still have issues. That's wonderful. Yeah. I tell you, falling is a no. uh, Avoid what you can. I know, Joan. It's no that this past Christmas was the first time I've had COVID, and no, please, never again. Scar tissue, yes. Yeah, that's why that physical therapy is so important from those surgeries that you had. I'm telling you, COVID is no joke. And I've had the vaccines, I've had the boosters. I can't imagine what it would have been like without those. I just, I have asthma, and uh, and I've had pneumonia twice in my life, and that it was pneumonia to me is horrible. I understand why people die from pneumonia, because it is, if you have any lung issues at all, trying to get that out is just close to impossible. And COVID felt the same way for me. Like, I just can't. Like, in June for my birthday, I caught something and had it for 2 long miserable weeks, and it was again in the lungs, and it gets so hard to get that out. Like that to me is the worst when cold settles in my lungs. And I really understand how as you get older it becomes impossible sometimes to beat that. It is horrible. Pamela, you had knee surgery going down a mountain on a bicycle and the bike got hung up on a rock. Pamela, I think you're a little adventurous too, girl. I mean, I'll get on a bike, but I'm not going down a mountain on a bike. Joan, I used to have bronchitis so badly growing up. I didn't have asthma growing up, but I had bronchitis every year like clockwork. And pneumonia is just, I don't know, it's some otherworldly thing that I really understand the suffering with that. Road warrior on a bike. Y'all have all these different sides besides diamond painting you need to unveil. Yes. Pamela, what made you want to go down a mountain on your bike? Was it a trail? Did you by accident? Was something chasing you? Because I'm telling y'all right now, if you ever hear I'm going down a mountain on a bike, first of all, I have been put on the mountain on a bike. And second of all, something horrible is chasing me. Mhm. Yeah. I have never skied. I love the mountains and forests are my peace. They are where I am the most happy on the planet. Walking. Star. There's certain things I swear if y'all ever hear of me, a crime has been committed. If you hear I was eaten by a shark, I did not go there willingly. Someone did that. Nope. I don't go in the ocean. I have an agreement. The shark and I understand each other. I stay on the land. They stay in the water. Look, it's worked for 50 years. I do not jump out of planes. I do not get on mountain bikes. Biking is for straight sidewalks. I used to have a 10 speed that I had from when I was growing up. Had it forever. The speeds were unnecessary to me because they're just, it's for straight. I've said that forever. We have an agreement. I was taken into the ocean once. My father, I mean, I've been in the ocean. I've put my feet in. There's like a 5-second rule. But my father took me into the ocean when I was 7. I lived in Pasadena, Texas. I was born in Texas. And we were at Galveston Beach. My grandmother came down from Virginia. My dad's mom. And my swimming abilities consisted of floaties. Do they still have those? That's what I used to wear. So I couldn't swim. And but I was an excellent floater. And for some reason, my father decided that I needed to go into the ocean. We were at the ocean and I needed to experience that. So he went and rented, at that time, they had these very thick floatables. I mean, they weren't made out of the thin plastic. These were very thick. And it was a little square And he had said, "Come on, Jeannie, you're getting in the water." And I was like, no, I'm good. I was walking on the beach with my grandmother picking up shells and was happy as a clam. And he decided to throw me over his shoulder and take me into the ocean. I was a very quiet child. In my household, children were taught, you are seen and not heard. At this time, I was very hurt. I started screaming immediately. And you're thinking, well, why? It's just water, right? You have to understand that I was born in 1975. That's the year that Jaws came out, right? Because Jaws is 50 years old this year. Well, one of the first movies that I saw about probably age 5 that I remember was Jaws at a drive-in. And it left a very indelible mark on me. And from that viewing, I knew that I did not belong in the ocean. And so my father picks me up and starts trotting me into that ocean. And the beach was packed this day. I mean, there couldn't have been more people. And people are looking. And, you know, back then, nobody said a word. I mean, you're not going to tell somebody to put their kid down in 1980, in 1982. And he takes me out there and plops me on that little raft thing. And I was just beyond. I mean, the fear of that moment was so intense. And, you know, he was just, enjoy it. Why aren't you enjoying this moment? And I was not. And he was getting very embarrassed because I could not stop crying and I could not stop screaming. And people were, you know, doing the death glare of, how dare you take that little girl out into the water? Silent death glare. And he was so angry with me. And all I could think was that I was going to get eaten by that shark. And so he trotted me back to the beach, very disappointed that I did not enjoy the ocean. And, you know, my grandmother was very upset that he had taken me into the water. And, you know, my grandmother was like, you're okay. It's just water. It's just the ocean. And I was like, but they're sharks. And I don't know how my grandmother felt about the ocean, but, you know, she was somebody from Virginia and she wasn't frequently in the ocean. And she just let me know, you don't have to do that if you don't want to do that. And that was very comforting to me because I did not want to do that again. So I've always had that agreement with the sharks and it has worked out. But if you hear that I have been eaten, I did not do that on my own. I promise you. Yes, Pamela, seen and not heard. Yep, we were taught to be very quiet children. You have several mountain bikes? Y'all have secret lives. Secret lives of diamond painters. And Joan's over there loving motorbikes. Rode her own motorbike for 25 years. Tell you what, you think you know somebody. Y'all just silently over there, calmly putting down plastic pieces onto glue. And look at the secret lives y'all are leading. I can attest I'm probably the most boring of all of you. And I'm okay. Pamela, we're going to need some footage. Well, Joan, I believe you will. It's in you. Not in me. I think that's great, y'all. Yeah, I can say I'm not an adrenaline junkie. I'm not anything with adrenaline. I don't like roller coasters. But it all comes down to part of that is I lived a very um for me a scary life as a child. There was so much going on in my life that I didn't want any other excitement. I didn't need excitement outside of that. And that does change you. Nope, nope. Mm-mm, Regina. I've never been a person who likes to be scared. Like I love Halloween makeup. I love costumes. I love all that artistry. I cannot stand to be scared. Um, mm-mm. I've never enjoyed that at all. And so I don't like to go to spooky houses or anything here in Charlotte. Sometimes I go to Carowinds. It's our amusement park. It's like a Six Flags. Six Flags actually bought them last year, this year, one or the other. Um, and they do from like September, I think, to the end of to Halloween. They do a Scarowinds, and it is insane. I mean, it is. They got people jumping out at you. It is so beautifully done. But here they have these necklaces, and they're called boo necklaces, and basically they're a piece of plastic, and it's got a light up figurine. Sometimes it's a ghost, sometimes it's a witch, but it switches out. But if you wear the boo necklace, then they can't jump out and scare you. And it's the only way. As long as because there's places you walk through, you're just walking through the park, and they're called scare zones, and you're just trying to walk. I mean, they'll come out and yell in your face and stuff, and so if you're wearing a boo necklace, they can't do that to you. Now, all bets are off if you want to go in one of the scary houses. Boo necklace doesn't work in there. So I'm so grateful for that because I get to participate in some of the fun stuff. I still don't go into scary houses, but with my boo necklace, I'm safe. So I wear my boo necklace with pride. I tell you what, Regina, driving is its own adrenaline activity. I don't like to be scared, but you love a thrill. Joan, I'm telling you, you have a whole nother aspect to you. Yes, thank you, Pamela. Yes. And it is. I mean, it unless you've understood that and you've lived that. I lived in a very unstable household, and um, I had enough in my life. I never needed to be scared by scary monsters, and instability in a child's life. Um, it it just it never I never needed additional excitement. It was too much. I needed calm and sought calm. So yeah, it's just never been in my personality, but I love it. I mean, like I said, around 40 years old, I was like, I'm gonna go ziplining. And I don't remember something happened around my birthday, and unfortunately, because I was ready to go, I was gonna go up to the mountains and do it. Um And now I can't I can't imagine doing it, but maybe it'll change in a few years. Maybe I'll get my ziplining mojo back. Well, welcome back, Laura. How are Freddie and Poppy doing? But yeah, I love Halloween makeup, and I love all of the aspects of it. I just don't want to be scared by it. I went on I lived in Illinois for 16 years. For me, that was not the place where I was happy in my life. And, but they did have this very fun thing that you could do at Halloween. You could ride a train, and it was a Halloween train though. And so as you're riding this train that only had like maybe a 5-mile loop, it was through the woods. And so they created scenes in the woods. And I thought, well, that's great because nobody's touching me. I can just look at everything. And I liked that a lot. So I got a ticket for this train. What I did not know was there were going to be people in costume on the train coming to scare you. That was not the agreement that I made when I bought that ticket. So I'm completely enraptured looking at everything off of this train, and all of a sudden something taps me on my shoulder. And I thought it was just somebody, needing to move or sit with me or whatever. And I turned around, and there was this huge, scary bird in my face. Somebody was dressed up, and it took everything not to scream. And I remember I backed away, and I was like, do not touch me. I was like, do whatever you need to do. Do not touch me. Yeah, I'm very uncomfortable with that. Want to go zip? Oh, Joan's going to have me ziplining, y'all. I'll film it. Joan's going to have me in one of those harnesses screaming my head off. I will scream. I mean, I rode a roller coaster here. I mean, I've ridden some roller coasters. It's not my thing. It's more of a challenge to myself. And then I do it once, and I'm like, well, I did that, and now I'm done. And I know some people love it. I just cannot do it. That feeling, I can go my whole life and never feel. But a roller coaster opened at Carowinds, and I'd watch it. And I'm like, I can do that. I can do that. That does not look that bad. Because it's called the Fury. And I rode it when it was brand new. And the up is never the problem. Like, some people don't like the up, and I can look out, and this is beautiful. It is all the down and after. And I am a self-soother and a screamer. So as I am riding that roller coaster, I am screaming as well as constantly repeating, we're okay, we're okay, we're okay, we're okay. And so by the end of that, there were 2 people in front of me that were younger, and they were cracking up because they were like, they'd never heard somebody, an entire roller coaster, say that everybody's okay. They were like, that was kind of comforting. I was like, I'm sorry, but I had to do something to be okay. So I am a self-soother. Oh, I'm sorry you don't feel well, Laura. Oh, look at Freddie helping you purring and making biscuits. I hope you feel better. I had 2 days like that last week where I felt very dizzy. I don't know what brought it on, but being dizzy is not fun. Riding a bike is so me. I do listen to a lot of Michael Jackson. Oh, Pamela, you're so fun. Michael Jackson's death hit me so hard. That was one of some things are so strange. Um, all right, Nancy, have a good dinner. Thank you for coming by. Aw, thank you. Big love to you. Um, I wasn't like a huge Michael Jackson fan or anything. I was not one of those people who had like his jacket. Do y'all remember his jacket they used to sell? Um, and everybody wore one. Like I wasn't that person, but I was out mowing. It was in Illinois when he died, and I lived on 2 acres out in the country, and I was on my ride mower, and I used to wear headphones and listen to um, a channel out of Chicago. I was 3 hours south of Chicago, and they came on the radio and announced that Michael Jackson died. And I can remember, I mean, I just stopped on that mower and I started crying. I have never, and as I'm crying, I'm like, what is happening to me? Like, it was the weirdest moment, but I just felt like, I don't know, it was like Michael Jackson was such a figure in my youth. I mean, it was like he was just constantly there. And I wasn't a huge fan, but I liked Michael Jackson. But I don't know, it just hit me so hard. It just hit me. I'm still surprised how that just a wave of grief came over me. I could not believe it. And, during his last few years of life, they were not good. And yeah, it really hit me so hard. It was hard to believe. It was weird though. Have y'all ever felt that? Has something like that, like a celebrity died you found out about that it just hits you so unexpectedly? Mm. Ozzy Osbourne. That was really sudden. I mean, he was doing that last concert. I saw clips from that and then heard he was gone. I'm sorry, Laura. You an Ozzy Osbourne fan? Gosh, I went to school with kids who they wore that Michael Jackson glove and the jacket. Mm. I never listened to his music growing up. I know some of his songs now, but I didn't listen to any of his music growing up. Yeah, I saw clips from his funeral with his wife and children. It was so sad. Hmm. I've heard that. I mean, I used to watch the Osbournes. Did you ever watch that show on MTV? I think it was MTV. Maybe it was VH1. Probably MTV. But it was the Osbournes with his kids and his wife. They were hilarious. That's like the most I got to know Ozzy Osbourne. It wasn't through his music, it was through that show. He seemed really funny. Yeah, it's so weird. Sometimes things just hit us and we don't we don't anticipate it, but those feelings are there and they're valid. Mhm. Yeah, he's had Parkinson's. Yeah, that last concert, his fans were so emotional because they all felt that they were, watching such a historic moment, that this was it. Mm. We've lost so many people in the past few years, I tell you what. Mhm. And he lived a long life considering all of the trials and tribulations he went through with his addictions. I mean, it's pretty amazing. He's made us some tough stuff. Michael Jackson passing away crashed Facebook. I wasn't on Facebook at that time. That's right, Laura. He was lucky. I mean, that's what I'm saying. He lived a long time with all the abuse he did to his body. I mean, he'd be the first to say that. And it's no joke. Yeah. I'd heard from his wife talking about how hard the last few years had been. Oh, I love Sharon. Um, my heart goes out to her. I know she's lost. They were quite the duo. That show, I used to laugh so hard at them. Sharon! I don't know if y'all ever watched it, but it was funny. Yeah, they were definitely a partnership. Yeah, it's funny. Sometimes it just hits us. I think it's awesome that he was able to do that last performance. And, we live in an age where it was recorded and it'll be available for forever in many ways. I know they'll repackage it for sure, but that's awesome because he was so widely loved. I mean, that show opened him up to an entire new demographic. Like I said, I wasn't a listener of his music, but I loved that show. So, whole new demographic. Star played Wordle on her live today. I should start playing Wordle again. I used to play it quite a bit on my phone. What about you, Laura? Are you adventurous? You gonna go zip lining? It's hard to come up with 5-letter words. That's right, Pamela. Pamela, do you have any videos up of your mountain biking? For going ziplining. Oh, come on. Joan will find us somewhere. You two are already in Canada, and I'll have to traipse up there and we'll have to go ziplining. Uh-oh. Imaginary split personalities. I think I missed an awful lot in your live today, Star. Ziplining, no. No. Okay. Well, I'm hoping the bug to go ziplining will return one day. It hasn't yet, but maybe it will. I'll be here if it is. Oh, you want to go to Mexico? You want to go to Puerto Vallarta? Yeah, because that's probably, you want to zip line in another complete country. Oh, okay, Pam. Wow. 12 zips. Do they have them like a baby zip? Like a bunny zip? Can we build up to the intense zip? Well, Star, I've not skied, so as I said, I am the least adventurous of this crew. I've never snowshoed. Sí, yo también. Okay. So we're going to start on the bunny zip. Mm. Well, I'm going to let you know when that desire returns to me. Today, August 10th, 2025, it is absent. But you never know. I mean, people were shocked that I ever wanted to do it in the first place. So it could come back. It was present at one time. That means it can return. I skied when I was a kid when my parents took me and my sister, but my sister broke her leg. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It was a quick lesson, huh? You had to do it in gym? Y'all got some different gym classes up there. Oh my gosh. Wow. You skied in gym class. Wow. We did square dancing. Y'all are over here skiing in Canada. That's different. Skates and a hockey stick. Well, star? You did square dancing too? Well, y'all just got it all. That's incredible to me. I can't believe you skied in gym class. That'd be another reason why I hated it. I was so happy when I never had to have gym again. Mm. Things I liked to do in gym. I liked to do the parachute thing where you go up and you put balls on it. That was fun. I liked badminton. I liked playing horse. I liked running. I didn't enjoy doing the mile, but I did not enjoy volleyball. I don't like heavy balls coming at my head. Um, I hated baseball. Yeah, add skiing to that, and that would have just been another reason the gym was terrible. Yes, the parachute game. Awesome. Cross country skiing in our gym. Wow, that is just crazy to me. Wow, I would never have thought that was part of a gym class. That's so cool to learn about. Mm-mm. No, I was the girl that when we had to play baseball, see, I had a bad I was dropped when I was, like, 1.5 years old, and, I was dropped on concrete, and I had a bad concussion, and so from that point on, um, my mother had always instructed me to, be very careful with my head. Sounds so silly, but it's true. It was always, don't get hit in the head, you've already had a concussion." Good sage advice. And, so I was very protective of my head. And, volleyball is not protective of your head, and neither is baseball. So when it came time to play baseball, everybody loved baseball except me. And so when we were in the dugout, I was always like, "You can go ahead, you can go ahead," because I didn't want to get up to bat, so I would just let people in front of me. Well, we had gym teachers back then that they didn't like that. They were very into gym class, very different personality type. And so they would say, "Jeannie, I don't think that you've been up to bat yet." Well, I didn't see the problem in that. I'd be like, there are others who enjoy this more. So I'm just giving them opportunity. My favorite place to be was in the outfield. And when we got sent to the outfield, I was in way outfield. I was so outfield, no one ever was going to hit a ball out there. And the teachers would always say, "Come in, you're too far." No, I want to be out here for the people who are really good at this. Oh, I just wanted to look at the clouds. Didn't want to be there. You loved baseball, Laura? There you go. I'd let you go twice. You could have had my turn. I'm not greedy. I will let you have it. Gosh, y'all, we've learned a lot about each other today. My little pop-up turned into a very interesting lesson of how adventurous you all are. Y'all are hiding all these wonderful sides of yourself behind diamond painting canvases. We've got adventures with Pamela, mountain biking. We've got Texas Regina over here who is bionic. Laura. Who knew? Skiing Laura. Ice skating Laura. Joan. I don't know what Joan can't do. She's just Trailblazer. Trailblazer Joan. Throw her up in the sky, put her on skis, bikes. Joan's doing it all. Skills that no one knew. But I love it. You played what? I don't know if that's misspelled or if that's a word. Laura, you played Glockenspiel. I don't know what that is. Hold on. Hold on. Glockenspiel. Is that how you say it? Probably not. Played by... Oh! I played that. We didn't call it that. We called that a xylophone. Is that the same thing? Striking the bars with mallets. Yeah. What's the difference between that and a xylophone? Oh, sometimes erroneously referred to as a xylophone. Oh, the xylophone has wooden bars, unlike the glockenspiel, which has metal bars. Maybe I played the glockenspiel. I don't remember it being wooden. But they called it a xylophone. I may have also played that, but where I played it in Tennessee, they called it a xylophone. They didn't call it a glockenspiel. Joan, that's right. We only live once, and God has given us such a wonderful world to explore, so why not? Well, I believe in that with safety measures and less adrenaline. I'm going to leave all that adrenaline to you. I'm going to do the less adrenaline part of that. That's right, Star. And that is, I was a cheerleader. I was in dance. Let's be real. I twisted and sprained my ankles. I'm double jointed. So, and back then, nobody gave you any instruction about being double jointed. That was just a freaky thing you could do with your body joints. But turns out, when my joints being so unstable, it was really easy to do sprains and things. That's right, Regina. Pep Squad. You had to. You're in Texas. We're raised on being cheerleaders in Pep Squad. Oh, wait a minute. The glockenspiel is different as you hold it up to place and has metal bars. No, I didn't hold anything. It was on a stand in front of me. I played flute and the xylophone. I loved the flute. Try to learn a new thing every year. I try to learn a new thing every day, but not like an instrument every day. One of my international students that stayed with me was a cheerleader, and she fell and had a slight. People do not understand and now cheerleading is. We did a lot of stunts and things, but not like they do now. That it's incredible what they're doing now. Oh, thank you, Pamela. Take care. Big hugs to you. Thank you for coming by. Me too, Pamela. I don't know when it's going to get done, but I am excited. Oh, awesome, Laura. Me too. I was in choir. My mother was a singer, a professional singer, so singing was a big deal. Yeah, Regina. I mean, if you're there's two things that you have to do if you're in Texas. You either have to be a cheerleader on the pep squad, and if you're a boy, you got to be playing football. And I know people make jokes about that, but it really is true. I mean, when I was growing up, it was. I don't know about today, but back then, it was the expectation. You're gonna finish the Chuck. Are you gonna finish Chuck Pinson before we start the Chuck Pinson for the Chuck Along, which is September? Hi. Oh my gosh, it's August 10th. We're close, y'all. Which I'm happy about on the one hand because I'm ready for fall, but I'm just glad to get. Oh, much love to you, Star. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Not gonna have it done. Well, nothing wrong with having a lot of whips. And if there is, don't tell me. Because I have way too many. And I like it like that. That's how I'm adventurous. There's a lot of people who would never have more than one work in progress. So it's not a roller coaster, but it's adventurous. Oh, see, you have Tim Hortons. I buy Tim Hortons online. I get it from Amazon, but we don't have a Tim Hortons coffee shop here. But I do like their coffee. Pumpkin spice muffin. Sounds good. Any day. That sounds really good. I'm ready for some fall foods. I'm not a huge pumpkin spice like coffee drinker because sometimes those can just taste so artificial and gross. But one here and there done well. But I do like fall things. Y'all, I cannot believe it's been 2 hours and 24 minutes. I thought for sure this was going to be like a half an hour. But I have loved every minute of it. Thank you so much for sharing part of your day with me. It means a lot to me. Oh, wow. That's close, Joan. I'd love to try Tim Hortons, like, be able to go into one. Well, I hope y'all have a good rest of your day. I'm going to scoot out of here and I need to get some errands going. We have a lot in common, Laura. More than I knew. Thank you, Regina. You guys made it great. Thank y'all. Y'all have a great evening. And I'll keep you updated on how This canvas does. I really do like the glue, and I like the drill so far. And maybe those gaps will close up more. We'll see. Come there and I'll take. You just want me there so you can get me on a zip line. I'd love that, Joe. Let's go get coffee. Bring a tube of diamond painting. Oh, thanks for coming by, Laura. I appreciate y'all. Big love and hugs to y'all. Have a good night, and I will see you soon. Go to Hobby Lobby tomorrow and find that strawberry shortcake. Don't tempt me. I'm trying to stay out of these places. I love y'all. Y'all are great enablers. But enablers for joy. And that's what we need to be for each other. Have a great night, y'all. And I hope you have a wonderful week. Tomorrow's Monday, and I hope you make the best of it. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye, y'all.